All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more complexity casting action. HoN Tour Cycle 2 Silver Finals going on right here. We do have iPel up 1-0 over DonD, DoberOnDamp. Their back is against the wall. They got to put it all on the line right here if they want to bring it back to even. Take it to a game number 3. We'll have to see, guys. Joining me is Stay Green's Lalond. Lalond, you excited for game number 2 here?
Yeah, I am. I'm hoping iPel coordinates their ganks better mid and doesn't feed the Tundra, and I'm hoping that DoberOnDamp stops their arguing from last game and coordinates a little bit better. That because of that respect ban from Damp here.
There you go. Got to get that respect ban out from Damp here, as we do see the blind bans have already gone out. Ophelia and Wild Soul fade in Damp here, so I believe those were the same as last game. Nothing too much to talk about.
Yeah, I think they're exact same from last game.
Yeah, I do believe so. But yeah, you really got to... DonD, with all the initiation that they had available to them last time, they were getting some really sloppy initiation off. And that's what I'd really like to see them improve on in this game. iPel on the other side, they looked pretty good after that early game kind of miscoordination a couple times there in the middle. But we'll see if they're able to maybe make something happen here relatively soon. So we're going to get into this game. Lalond, why don't you tell us a little bit about the locks?
The first lock of Luna is probably one of the best support heroes after Glacius. And then you have 2 junglers / suiciders. I would hope that they jungle the tree and jungle the Tempest. That's where they shine the most. I know Suicide Keeper is good, but his farm does get hurt a lot from that. And then you can see they locked the Monarch, which you don't really see picked or locked too much, but I would assume that they did that just for the fact that they have tree in the lock pool, because Monarch's ult counters tree ult. And then you have the next support Glacius with the Parasite last. So it's pretty standard bans I see almost every single game except for the Monarch lock.
Yeah, the Monarch, I want to say that I saw gets carried for DonD play that hero a couple of weeks ago. So I think that there's a little bit of precedence for him picking up that hero. But we'll see. Bans coming out now. Porch chooses to ban out Draconis, Plague Rider, and Nymphora. So gonna go with a Suicide, a carry, and just a strong support with that global presence. No real pattern right there. On the other side, Engineer, Tundra, and Meraxis being banned out by iPel. Don't want to give out that Tundra this time. So that was one thing they had trouble with in the early game, but it's banned here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Plague Rider is a ban-worthy hero. I mean, he's a really easy suicide, but he doesn't really offer as much as other suicide heroes when it comes to the team. He has that ult, and then that's pretty much it. He can't really push. He has the armor, which helps against certain teams. But one ban that really surprised me is Nymphora. Like, Porch bans Nymphora and then picks Pebbles.
Yeah, a little bit interesting there. A little bit interesting.
I guess if you're planning on picking Pebbles Luna is still a strong lane. Pebbles Glacius is still a strong lane. Even Pebbles Monarch. But does iPel run a really good Nymphora? Or, I mean, like, if I'm picking Pebbles, I'd like to have that option of having the Nymphora as well. I don't know if iPel runs a really strong Nymphora, but
I don't know. I do not know. What I do know is that iPel is going to be able to pick up Empath and Moon Queen once again. So that strong lane that worked out for him last time, it's going to be even stronger because they've got a Jerizaiah to support that Moon Queen as well. Moon Queen's just going to be on a rampage already with just these 3 heroes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dober picked Nighthound. I guess you could say it's a good, I guess you could say counter to Jerizaiah. I don't even know if you can say that. But just because most of the time Nighthound's first item is that no Fire Blade.
Yeah.
So
Interesting. But you already mentioned Nighthound on the other side, a hero that we don't see too often. And Monarch actually picked out of the lock pool here. So the Legion team finishes out with that one after picking up the Luna and a Wretched Hag. So DonD's team looks a little bit more aggressive than last time. I don't even know if you can say that. They're certainly an aggressive team. They had an aggressive team last time though, but it's kind of an unconventional team with the Monarch and that Nighthound there. What do you think about the Legion?
Their teams they actually have really strong lanes. Aluna Pebbles can kill almost anyone. That lanes except for Tree. I mean, Tree has to play and be in really bad position when he suicides to get killed by the Aluna Pebbles combo. Then Nighthound Monarch, like those are all really strong lanes, and they have really strong lanes. But Halborn has the double jungler, one suicide, one jungle, which is really annoying to play against. They have the Moon Queen hard carry with Empath and Jerazai that give him the protective charm. I believe I wouldn't be surprised if Moon Queen actually goes a Nullstone this game after a few items, because Nullstone with the protective charm makes it hard for that No Fireblade counter to actually take effect.
That's true, and we saw that a while ago, maybe a year and a half ago. It got kind of popular to run a Wretched Hag with a Nullstone, and then a Jerazai as well. So this is just a bit of a variant there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Shout outs to Kimmo and Speed King, I guess. They're from iPel, so I don't know who those people are, but shout out to them. I'm sure if iPel likes them, then they're just fine people. Winged Courier going to be spotted here, and will have to fly away. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't look like it.
I really hope that they do Aluna Pebbles middle with Monarch Nighthound top. Aluna Pebbles should kill Jerazai as long as they don't stack their stuns. And Monarch Nighthound top has killing potential, like on the Empath or Moon Queen.
Yeah, I agree with you there. The Monarch or Crippling Pollen keeps somebody locked in place for quite a bit, and it looks like they're listening to the stream here because they went for your advice.
Yeah, the lanes on Legion team are really good, really strong. I expect them to win the laning phase. When it comes to team fight into the later game, I'm gonna give that to iPel as long as they don't mess up too much early game. It's gonna be really hard for the laning phase early game with iPel.
Yeah, I could agree with you there. They have the suicide mid Jerazai, as they're actually going to roll an offensive tri-lane now. Porch moving up top, as Doberman will go up one-on-one against the Hosa here on Jerazai.
Yeah, see, now I'm not a big fan of that. You don't need to tri-lane the Nighthound. I mean, you should have the Aluna Pebbles middle to get kills on the Jerazai.
Yeah.
And to have the Aluna rune control with the bottle for that Pebbles. You should just do that. Now you're having heroes that aren't going to get too much XP. You're splitting XP three ways top now. I don't know. I really hope they go back to the 2-2-1, especially if Tempest ganks top with their pseudo tri-lane. They're gonna get crushed.
I agree.
They're gonna be lower levels.
Yeah, I completely agree here with you. I think that maybe buying Nighthound a little bit of early farm for a minute or two here, that could be decent, but Luna gonna go in and tries to get the snipe onto that Skeleton King. Might be in a little bit of trouble here as a nice Illusory Veil goes in. Luna gonna be in a lot of trouble, pounding in auto attacks, and one more does finish him off. Tubi gets the last hit in the middle lane. More action going down as Jerazai and Pebbles man up on each other a little bit, but I would have loved to have seen Nighthound just get a little bit of farm, then Luna roll back, but instead, Aluna gives up a first blood right there, and that's going to be great for the Hellborn pseudo tri-lane.
Yeah, not only that is the Luna gave away the fact that they do have a ward on that ledge because he power through Tempest right there and was attacking him.
Oh, Monarch getting caught out of position as well. The Illusory Veil there. Nighthound going to try to turn it around and do a little bit of damage. They're going to throw the Crippling Pollen onto Moon Queen, but level 1 Crippling Pollen just does not last very long. Moon Queen is able to get out of there just fine. Ends up just being a little bit of auto attack trading.
Sorry, I'm like choking.
It's flu season, man. Thought I was getting sick a couple days ago when I was up in Reno in the snow and 10-degree weather. And I was like, oh god, am I getting sick? I'm getting sick. I can't get sick. I'm supposed to cast this weekend.
Empath goes on Monarch top lane. Wait, Monarch actually leveled The Chrysalis in a Tri-Lane?
She did level the Chrysalis in a Tri-Lane, and I think it might have actually just saved her.
Yeah, I think it actually just... But, like, most people aren't going to assume that you're going to level Chrysalis in a Tri-Lane with the Monarch. Like, you're Tri-Laning versus a pseudo Tri-Lane, which is basically a 3 versus 2. You're going to kill them. You want to have the Crippling Pollen and the Noxious Cloud, or what it's called.
Yeah. I agree, and I
think that just saved him.
Well, Moon Queen does have a level 2 Moonbeam up now. So that will kill the Monarch if that goes off.
Regardless, Moon Queen is dying. We all can agree to that.
Yeah, Moon Queen's dead. I think that Monarch is dead as well, because Monarch doesn't have anything. Yeah, that cloud's not going to expand, so she'll die, and then Moon Queen will die. Yep. So, Moon Queen trading herself for a Monarch, even if she got the experience there, which she did. I think that's still in favor of the Legion team just a bit, getting the kill on the carry, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope they transition back to the 2-2-1. Like, this Jeremiah should not be getting farm middle. He should not be contesting last hits versus Pebbles. Pebbles should be getting every last hit, every deny, and Pebbles shouldn't have to leave middle to go get runes. You get that early portal key on Pebbles, he can just take over the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Doberman not getting the farm that you're saying he should be looking for here, and is going to have to actually rotate up here to the top river in order to get that invisibility. And it's a lot of time being missed out on experience and the like. So, a little bit unfortunate. I agree with you. They do need to roll 2 in the middle once again, as Jeremiah going to find Pebbles, and they're going to punch each other just a tiny bit, but nothing going to come of it. Bottom lane, what's going on here with this tree and the hag?
Nothing. I'm pretty sure they're just fighting for last hits at this point. And I don't. Neither should be able to kill it. Neither. Hag is destroying the tree in last hits, which should not be the case.
Yeah. It looks like No Instance is actually having a very hard time down there. 27-4 Wretched Hag against a 9-2 Tree. Yeah, Tree having a very hard time. Like you said, that's not to be expected. Tree would normally, as long as he's in decent lane position, you could expect. Well,
first of all, Tree has a buckler, so he's not gonna get really hit too hard from Hag's auto attacks. He also has relatively 20 or like 15 more damage than Hag, base damage from Hag, roughly, without a hatchet. And if he's having that much trouble, get a hatchet. And then Hag should have no CS at all.
Yeah, I agree, but Hag's actually going to go in on a Keeper Forest right here. Keeper does re-invis himself, so Bat Blast used, and Keeper just keeps on living. So, I don't agree with the use of that Bat Blast.
Yeah, well, there's no real reason for her to do that, because she can't really kill a tree.
Tempest using his Elemental Void on a Luna up here with no support whatsoever, and Luna just walks away. Okay,
feed Pebbles.
Yeah, and then Pebbles gets 5 Elemental replicates.
The thing is, now that Hag used her ultimate, Tree should TP top and gank. Because even if Hag were to go TP top to help counter gank, he doesn't have his ultimate.
Yeah. That's true.
Tree needs to take advantage of the fact that Hag just wasted her ultimate right now. Like, go back to the base, get mana, TP top, get a triple kill.
That is certainly something that he could do. As well, there's 6 players hanging out over near this top tower. You can tell Monarch wants to really go on to Tempest, but they're not going to just yet. Luna and Monarch are making their way over there. Luna has picked up boots. But now it looks like Monarch's going to be in trouble. Illusory Veil goes down, not able to get the full block off. And Monarch will take a fall right here. The Chrysalis actually comes out. The Crippling Pollen onto Moon Queen, and Moon Queen does get the last hit. Tempest might be in a little bit of trouble. Moonbeam going to go out onto Nighthound. Tempest not quite able to get out of there. Counter TP comes in by Keeper of the Forest, and he's going to try to land the Root right here. Get the counter kills you were talking about. Root comes in. Nighthound does take a fall. Hag is there, going to try to clean up onto Moon Queen, but no, Moon Queen is able to get out of there. Luna maybe in a little bit of trouble. Couple more auto attacks onto Luna. One more. She's at 5 HP. Not quite able to close the distance. Luna is able to get out of there. Now Empath might be in a little bit of trouble. Level 7 Wretched Hag trying to make something happen, but Nature's Veil goes up onto Empath, and like you said, Tree goes up there, he gets a couple of kills, and Hag wasn't able to clean up because she didn't have her ult.
Yep. If Hag had ults right there, Hag would have got a hat trick cleaned up.
Yeah, she would have easily taken down that Moon Queen, been able to clean up on the Aluna and the Empath most likely as well. As Jeremiah is in some trouble right here, a couple auto attacks and he will fall. Aluna very low and she dies to a range.
Wow, is that to the archer?
That range creep attacked her 5 times in a row. Like, she was just running away, straight running away. And that archer was just so mad at her. Hit uphill 3 times. That is the most unlucky I've ever seen. Like,
that's awkward.
I'm gonna have to like talk to Porch after this and give him my condolences for that death. Oh, it's bad. Real unfortunate. So securing a kill onto Jeremiah in the middle lane, definitely something that needed to happen with that Ring of the Teacher already picked up on Jeremiah in addition to a bottle. He's gonna have a lot of sustain. And they need to take him down before he starts to get a little bit out of control.
It's Ring of Sorcery. I think you said Ring of the Teacher.
I think I did. That is very likely.
DoberOnDamp DC.
That's not good. That is certainly not good. So hopefully he'll be getting back here ASAP. But let's take a look at GPM tab here. DonD looking strong on the GPM. 315 gold per minute on Hag. 333 on their Nighthound. 268 on the Pebbles. A little bit lower than where I'd like it to be, but still not bad by any means.
Yeah, if they dual lane to middle, Jeremiah, Moon Queen, Empath would all have, and Tree would all relatively have the same GPM.
Yeah.
Aluna might be at like 75 instead of 100. But Pebbles would be up at 300 with Nighthound and Hag, and like I said, they have the stronger lanes, and that's how it will be. That's what happened, and then Pebbles gets early portal key, snowballs. Moon Queen doesn't have the items to stay alive through a Pebbles combo, and if Pebbles just snowballs onto the Moon Queen, they win the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And Trout points it out all the time that it's very, very important to be able to get that farm onto your oh, my brain just exploded right there. Onto your initiator in that middle lane. And so they really did need to focus up a little bit more on that Pebbles. Like you said, if they had put that Aluna back toward mid, would have sacrificed some of Nighthound's farm. Maybe he's at 290 instead of 330. But able to promote that Pebbles up to something like 350. Able to get that earlier portal key, able to get a couple more levels, and restrict Jeremiah. So completely agree with you there. Doberman is starting to reconnect here, so we will be able to get back into this game. Tree has finished up some boots and an amulet of exile. Does he have a pickled brain somewhere?
No. He is the lowest farm in the game, lower than... Tree got destroyed bottom.
He's flat broke.
He should not have lost that bad to a Wretched Hag. He got destroyed bottom.
Yeah, he certainly did. And if we take a look here... iPel is missing a player. They normally do play with a guy named Isot Pelit, who's the namesake of the team. But not here today, so they are playing with the Ringer no instances. And no instances having a little bit of a hard time keeping up. Nighthound going man on man here in the middle lane, throwing out a bit of harassment against this Jeremiah. Now... Ooh, top lane. The Monarch does take a fall. Tubi going to be teaming up with Electric 6 and Ethne to be able to bring that one down. And now they're going to turn their attention toward this tower.
Yeah, like that's what iPel needs to do. They need to get some towers, take advantage of the fact they have both Tempest and Tree on the same team. And they have both Tempest and Tree ults up.
I agree. A nice deny there from Nighthound. Root going to be coming out. Catches 3, though. Elemental Void is there. Stalagmite's able to interrupt it immediately. Very well played by Pebbles. Nighthound going to try to turn this around. Going to try to get a kill onto somebody. In the end, Aluna is the one that dies. Wretched Hag comes in with the Sonar Scream. Not able to kill anybody just yet. Gets the assist onto 1 as Empath does fall. Tree's able to invis himself and is going to actually have to walk away. He's still invis. He's actually not invis anymore. What is he doing?
He's out of mana and he's trying to get back across the river. If any of the supports on DoND had Dust or even a Blue Ward, that would have been a quad kill.
Yeah. Yeah, those Nature's Veils from Tree did a lot of work there, so even though Tree not the highest on gold per minute, certainly contributing to his team living right there.
Well, and they should know that too as a support. I mean, earlier they saw Tree save Moon Queen. They saw Tree save Jereziah earlier when they were trying to, when the Tree TP top to get the gank when Hag didn't have ult. The support should have been like, hey, I'm not gonna let that happen again. I didn't have Dust or a Blue Ward. I'm not gonna let that happen again, and they just did.
They did indeed, and as a result, iPel now up about 1,000 gold and experience. So looking a little bit better in that respect. Luna maybe in a little bit of a bad position here. She's going to run into Empath level 5 support war as Essence Link goes up. Where's the Illusory Veil? Nice wall right there. Jereziah comes in. Emerald Lightning going to try to save herself, but no. The Inner Light kill from Jereziah. Now 4 players from the Hellborn team moving through the jungle. They're going to find Wretched Hag here. She uses the Flash of Darkness and will be able to escape for now. She might still be in a little bit of trouble as she got hit by a pretty bad creep block.
Yeah, that was a really well placed wall by Empath. He could have placed it in a different way, and Luna would have lived because he wouldn't have been able to wouldn't have been forced to run back towards the Hellborn team.
Yeah. I can barely even see this Word of Revelation here in the middle of the bottom lane.
Oh, because of the white snow?
It's like so hard to see.
It's not as bad as having all Avatar skins where you can't see Shrunken Head, you can't see double damage, you can't see Nullstone.
That's true.
That's
true.
worse.
I almost feel like in tournament mode you should have like default skins on or something.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure lots of others agree with you as well.
Yeah. Bottom tower does go down. The Legion team does not want to contest that one, and as a result, Hellborn propels themselves up to about a 3,000 gold lead. Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Tempest has ult up in 20 seconds. They're pushing bottom tower. Tree has ult. They have the Tree Tempest. Do two junglers.
Bat Blast goes out right there.
It hits one person.
It hits Jereziah and he heals back up immediately.
I don't know what Hag was doing there. It's just a waste of an ultimate. Now they're for sure going to get this tower.
Yeah, and Hag might be in a little bit of trouble as she does take one Glacial Blast.
Pebbles did pick up a portal key, however, so we'll see what he does with that.
Does he have enough mana to combo with that portal key? Barely.
So they said barely, yeah. Barely.
Yeah, so he does have that. Doesn't have something like Steam Boots, though. And so if Pebbles does TP home, he's not going to have enough mana right away. Instead, they're going to try to take down middle lane as Pebbles activates a Haste Rune. So trading a tier 1 mid for a tier 2 bottom. And
I don't think they're going to get it either.
They're not going to get mid, yeah. Yeah, so middle lane is secured by the Hellborn team as they do secure the kill on that bottom tower. And iPel just extending their lead here up to 4,000 gold and still around 1,000 experience. DonD, they really... We talked about the frustration they might have been experiencing after that first game. It almost seems like the Wretched Hag has been kind of ulting out of frustration.
Yeah, he's just been like, oh, ult's up. I'm going to try to get a kill. Didn't get it. Okay. Back to farming.
Yeah. Middle lane just gets pushed by creeps there.
They need to start defending these towers.
Yeah, that one, it was pushed by creeps.
There's no excuse for that. Like, they let them get bottom tower, didn't get middle tower. Hellborn defended middle tower and got the Legion middle tower. They should have been able to defend at least one of those.
I could agree with you there. Pebbles goes in with the portal key onto Jereziah here. Jereziah activates the ultimate and the protective charm. Will be able to walk out of there with his Ghost Marchers activated. So he says, Pebbles, you're not too scary. You're only level 9, no Steam Boots. And the rest of you, not able to really help out. Jereziah just activates that DD. Throws up an Inner Light or two, and he's back at full HP.
Yeah, they stack their stuns. Monarch should be leveling his, what's it called, Crippling Pollen.
Yeah.
And he should have done that immediately, like during the Pebbles combo, he should have done it. Like she just thrown it up there, and then Luna should have followed up after, and they would have got that kill on Jeremiah before he could have ulted.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Nighthound is kind of trailing this Moon Queen, like he wants to get a kill on her. Really hope he doesn't open with the empath right next to him. Nighthound, go kill the empath.
Tempest just picked up a portal key as well.
Oh. Yeah, Elemental Void could be coming up again right now. So we'll see if that is used. Like you said, the Tree Tempest combination is so effective. Anytime they have those up, they should be pushing.
Yeah, and Tree's halfway to portal key as well.
Making a nice recovery for himself. Not bad. Top lane, Jeremiah going to scout out this Nighthound. They do have Rev Wards as Nighthound throws up the Cloud. Going to try to get the kill onto the Vulture. Nice coordination there. Able to use that Blink Strike to get down to Doberman on the low ground. That's actually called Pounce.
Gotta use the proper names.
Gotta use the proper names. I don't think I ever knew the name of that one. Hag's gonna go in here onto Tempest. The portal key not gonna save him just yet. The smoke cloud goes out as Nighthound's gonna try to get some damage done. Elemental Void gonna catch two right here. Stalagmites go out. Do get the last hit onto Pebbles and a Pounce away while inside of a Crystal is Nighthound in some trouble. Dust is gonna go out and Nighthound will take a fall here to an S. Oh no, he will not actually. Nighthound is going to be able to survive for now, and he is still dusted for just another couple of seconds. 2 seconds left. Auto attack and will take a fall there from Moon Queen. So in the end, it looks like 2 players do go down in favor of the Hellborn team. Lost Tempest in return.
That could have been played much better by the Tempest. He first of all, he shouldn't have TP'd on 4 heroes. Second of all, he shouldn't have wasted his ulti knowing that Pebble still hasn't used his stun yet. And Tree also, when Tree went to go try to help him out, Tree shouldn't have walked on top of him when he went to go ulti for the Tempest. He should have walked a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, so when Pebbles does stun Tempest, he can follow up with the Tree ult immediately after.
Yeah, I agree with you there. A little bit more of that coordination kind of stuff that's not quite there yet for these teams, but they're improving. They're going to be going on to the gold next season, next to Cycle, and we'll see how they do there. But here in silver, seem relatively evenly matched. iPel maybe a little bit out ahead, as they are now 5,000 gold and 2,500 experience up in game number 2. Just one map away from taking that first place in silver division, $500, 500 HoN Tour points, the grand prize here.
Yeah, talking about HoN Tour points, you were saying that they get as much points as the 4th team in the gold division or something like that? That the point system seems really weird to me, because I was also heard that if you get 1st or 2nd in gold, you get more than like...
Yeah, 1st place gold gets the same as 4th place diamond.
Yeah, 1st place diamond, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does emphasize winning a division, because those people that are stuck in 5th to 8th in diamond and 9th to 12th, they do not get a whole lot of points. I think somewhere around like 1,000 points or something like that, whereas you get 4,000 for winning diamond and like 2,000 for winning gold or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the point system too well, but it does seem a little bit skewed toward winning a league quite a bit. But we'll see. Might be up for reevaluation after this season or something.
Moon Queen picked up the Whispering Helm, but he hasn't stacked the Ancients with it, has he? He has the Minotaur there, but I haven't seen him stack the Ancients too often.
I know I saw him kill a triple stack once, but not really more than that. Comes back down to the Whispering Helm that we saw last week with Legionnaire. Who was that? Which team was that? Lions, yeah. And was that Krebson? I think it was Krebson on the Legionnaire that was having trouble stacking it. Krebson. What are you doing? Kongor is going to be taking some serious damage here from the Hellborn team. Legion seems like they might be aware, though, as they're kind of getting it somewhere over there, like they want to do something. But maybe not.
They not going... Are they just going to give them this free Kongor?
Looks like they are. They're going to take a tier 1 tower and top perhaps as a trade, but that tower does have 900 life. I don't even know if they're going to be able to kill it in time because Congore's going to go down right now, and they have 3 TPs available to them.
Yeah, I mean, Jerzai had really good positioning of his illusions to see if they were coming, but...
Yeah, one of the illusions was even invis, which was kind of cool.
Do you think Jerzai is going to get a null stone with that Blessed Orb, or is he going to get... Rush a Sheep, you think?
I think he's going to rush a Sheep.
I think that's a good choice as well. I think rushing Sheep is fine.
He might get a null stone though.
And I know some Jerzais do go null stone.
That's true. Nullfire Blade has been picked up here on Nighthound. His combo comes out on the Moon Queen. Sono Scream is going to come in as well. Power throw, and down goes Moon Queen. Token of Life being used immediately once again. Pebbles caught on the wrong side of Illusory Veil, though. Auto attacks coming in as well as the Moonbeams. The Chrysalis is going to go out, and Pebbles will be able to survive for now. Moon Finale ultimate activated. Root's going to be there. Bat Blast hitting 3 players. Keeper of the Forest taking a lot of damage. Down goes Monarch as well. Soul's Blessing just a little bit too late right there. And Jerizaiah trying to get up in front. And Aluna is there as well as the Wretched Hag with double damage. Jerizaiah pounding and auto attacks. The Inner Light is going to be able to take down the Aluna in the backfield as well. Nighthound goes down. YOLO manages to get the kill onto Jerizaiah. And that was 2 team fights going on at very far locations from one another. In the end, DonD loses 4 players as opposed to 2 plus a token for the Hellborn.
Yeah, I don't know, like, they just threw away that token so freely. I don't know.
It's just like
they did that last game too.
Just like
they
last
just
game.
get the token, then they immediately throw it away. Not a big fan of that. However, Legion kind of played that poorly. I mean, Hag's done a really good job, had really good positioning, had a really good ulti. But Nighthound's attacking the Tempest, who has an eye the whole time, the fight, instead of helping his team, who's getting Tree ulted, Moon Queen ulted, you know?
Yeah, even if you don't have a huge amount of auto attack damage, Smoke Cloud is pretty disruptive. You know, the silence, the slow, the...
Yeah, if you Smoke Cloud on top of them, if Tempest Portal Key's there, anywhere near the Smoke Cloud, he can't ulti, too.
Yeah, Smoke Cloud is, of
plus
course...
all you have to do is have Monarch stay out of the fight. It shouldn't be Nighthound's job to distract the Tempest in a team fight.
Yeah, and you saw right there the Chrysalis onto Pebbles. Like, it's a nice ability. It reduces a lot of incoming damage and gives you a decent amount of healing, but
you still die. You can't move.
Yeah, he was stuck inside a tower range, just getting wailed on the entire time, and eventually still died. Like, I'd much rather that he has a maxed out Noxious Cloud, which he has 0 points in right now.
Yeah, for a tri-lane Nighthound, they really ran a defensive build.
Yeah, they certainly did. Pebbles cleans up some creeps right there with a regen rune activated, well, in his bottle. But Pebbles, he's still pretty far down as a Hag picks up a sheep stick. So let's take a look here. Hag is the top farmer in the game at 405 gold per minute. Way out in front, level 16, 4 levels higher than anybody else in this game. Hag is over 3 times the levels of Aluna here.
Yeah, it's... Wait, over 3 times? I think you did to...
Over 3. Level 5 Aluna. Oh, she just hit level 6. she was level 5.
I was like, whoa, 3 times 6 is not 6.
Whoa, okay, she was 5 like 20 seconds ago. Alright? Dang.
I'm just...
Get off, Lalond.
Just pulling your leg now, man. They're getting ready to do this team fight top. Tree has a TP. And did he get his portal key? I think the courier is bringing him his portal key now. Yes, he is. Okay, cool.
And Tree does TP up to the top lane, so Curry, you're going to have to be rerouted just a bit. The Tempest with an eye is out in front, activating that protective charm. Might be able to get an ultimate on the 2 right here. Sheep goes on to Jerizaiah. Combo going to come in. The Elemental Void not catching anybody, though. And Moon Finale going to go out. Jerizaiah does take a fall. And Moon Queen going to try to get down Pebbles, but Pebbles gets the Chrysalis. He will take a fall eventually. And it looks like it's a trade of a Jerizaiah for a Pebbles for now. Tempest, maybe a little bit frustrated.
Keeps messing up his ultimate.
Glacial Blast going to go on to Wretched Hag. She's going to try to blink on out of there and will be able to escape. Poor Tubi. Tubi had some fantastic Tempest play a couple weeks ago in the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Absolutely fantastic. If you did not check out that game, do make sure to check out iPel versus, I want to say Vitriolic Gaming. in the Sound Blaster Heroes League. It was only a one-game series, but a fantastic game there with some really, really stellar play from 2B on Tempest. This game, though, struggling on that hero.
Yeah, this game he's not gotten ult off for more than, what, a second, maybe?
Yeah.
Most of his ults are getting cancelled immediately because he's doing them as levels of stunning or something.
Yeah, he is certainly having some trouble. Now, speaking of having some trouble, Nighthound has been trying to get a kill onto somebody as they do hit the sheep here. The stun comes out from the Minotaur. Might have actually saved the Moon Queen there, and they're going to try to turn it around on the Nighthound. The Illusory Veil keeping him in position, and Nighthound will take a fall, and Tempest is there trying to get the kill onto Wretched Hag as well. But no, Wretched Hag will be able to get on out of there. Nighthound taking another death, up to 4 deaths now. Is the machine.
That Minotaur that Moon Queen's had following around everywhere has been doing lots of work.
Yeah, it was a great stun right there. Stun certainly able to help out. Portal Key has been picked up on to Keeper of the Forest. He was getting that delivered quite some time ago. Did finally get delivered. And the Hellborn team, with that Keeper of the Forest route available, no Tempest ult, they're going to be pushing up the middle lane here. Try to take down this tower.
Yeah, I mean they can still push without having a Tempest ult because Trio is still really strong. If I was them, I'd get that, go back, defend top, and farm jungle, which they're doing. Okay, well they lost the tower still, but now if I was Hellborn, I would clear the Ancients, clear the jungle, and probably wait for the next Congo before doing the next push.
Yeah, the next Congo should be up in what, another 2 or 3 minutes, something like that.
I think it's like 4 because Moon Queen got token, threw it away immediately.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't push until Tempest has his Shrunken Head because he seems to always get caught in stuns when he tries the ulti.
Tempest is about 800 gold away from that Shrunken Head. So not too far, maybe 3-4 minutes away. And that's about the same time that Kongor might be up. Jeraziah is banking up quite a bit of gold, 2,100 right now. Might be looking to finish off that Acolyte staff and perhaps make a sheep stick.
Sheep stick? I do like the sheep stick over the nullstone in this case, but nullstone also isn't that bad.
Yeah. He just hasn't picked up a sustainer yet, which he's had the money to do so for a while. So I think he's going to be going for a sheep stick. Gotta save up to 2,700 for that Acolyte staff. Keeper of the Forest kind of doing some killing here in the middle lane, just creeping out a bit. Now, he's finished up some Ghost Marchers, and they might try to set something up on him now. Nature's Veil goes off, and with the mobility afforded to him by having those tree dogs around, is able to just jet on out of there. Legion calls a pause. Hopefully it's not.
If you look at the gold per minute tab, at the early game during the laning phase, Legion was crushing everybody in that tab, and now Hellborn almost 4 people have above 300 GPM.
Yeah, there's been a lot of recovery there from the likes of Jeraziah and Tree specifically, as well as the Moon Queen for sure. She was down there at like 150.
Yeah, it's like 175, 165 something versus the tri-lane.
Yeah. So she's recovered quite nicely, getting up to 336. Wretched Hag holding strong up there at about 400. She's picked up the Mighty Blade, so going to be working on the Shrunken Head of her own relatively soon. That's going to be very nice to deal with this Moon Queen, the Empath, the Root, be able to break that with the Shrunken Head.
Yeah, who was Legion paused this? Okay.
Yes, Legion did pause this. So Nighthound, he's had that Nullfire level 1 for quite some time now. Only used 1 charge on it thus far. So it hasn't really been too involved in ganks. You saw him up at 350 gold per minute, say 10-15 minutes ago. But unfortunately, he's been just kind of invising around, skulking, trying to find some pickoffs, and hasn't quite been able to. And as a Nighthound, you really do need to kind of farm. Acting like a Fade or something like that, trying to get those kills is great if you can secure the kills, but he also needs to be farming.
Right here.
Yeah, he drops the smoke cloud and will try to get out of there, but the Eye with Tempest is there now. And they're going to drop the Meteor. The Root being used, and Nighthound will be able to blink away, purges the Root off himself. Another great use of that Nullfire Blade. And so Root now down.
Yeah, that was a premature Root, I would say. I don't think you needed to do that.
Yeah, I also don't think that he needed to. They were either going to be able to get the kill with just the Glacial Blast. As Sheepstick's going to come in right here. A huge Bat Blast catching 2. Keeper the Force is going to go down. And Tempest did some trouble. He's going to have the Elemental Void available. Is he going to try to use it? He might try to turn it around. Don't use it, Tubi.
No,
don't use it, Tubi. There he goes.
That was... Oh, my lord. He Proto-Keyed into the Nighthound Cloud.
Yeah. And that's really big for DoND. They closed the experience gap quite a bit. They're going to be able to take this tower, which is going to help them out in the gold gap. 3 players down, including that Moon Queen. And, of course, there are big initiators there. The Keeper of the Forest, the Tempest, both down. They're going to be able to easily take that tower. And they'll be able to move to the middle lane, probably take that one down, or put some pressure on this top tower, which looks like what they plan on doing.
If that goes back, there's no lane ward top for the Hellborn team. Lane wards, I would say after the 4-minute mark, lane wards are always more important than rune wards. Always.
Yeah, I could agree with you there, and I also agree with what DoND just did. They went and put a lot of pressure onto the defensive tower, but they backed off. They don't want to get into a fight right there. They know that their cooldowns are down. The Bat Blast is not available. The Cleansing Wind from Monarch not available. So they don't.
Jersey did get the no stone, by the way.
I know. I was trying to ignore that as long as possible. Alright. You win this round, Lalond. I still win that Zephyr and the Frostburn, though.
Like, I mean, I think it's a good item because he can just run in there with a Protective Charm. And they can't sheep him, so he's going to get his ult off every fight. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah, I like it as well. But having a sheep would not be bad either.
Yeah, exactly. Those can be like, if Jersey has better positioning, he can just sheep after they initiate and then ulti.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't mind either of them. I think the life pool, the mana regen afforded to Jersey by that Nullstone, I do like that quite a bit, though. So that is what he, in fact, did finish up. Now, speaking of finishing things up, Shrunken Heads are on the way for a few of these players. Tempest, about 1,000 gold off once again, as he did lose out on some money after taking a death or two there.
He also lost his eye, which is huge versus Nighthound.
That is indeed huge. Now, the eye was destroyed, was it?
Yeah, I think before he jumped in, he dropped the eye and destroyed it.
Ah.
Before he jumped into the Nighthound Cloud.
Not bad. Interesting logic there. It's like, I think I'm going to die, so I'm going to destroy the eye. Huh. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen before. But Shrunken Head finished up here on the Nighthound, so he's going to be able to be a little bit more mobile in these team fights. Wretched Hag, I think she's got hers flying out right now. Yep. She's going to have hers finished. And, well, Tempest 800 gold off. Shrunken Head already finished up on the Moon Queen. So lots and lots of Shrunken Heads coming out. I believe that Pebbles is not working on one. I think I saw an Arcana being picked up by him.
Yeah, he had an Arcana. Unless he sold it back. I don't think he did, but he had an Arcana earlier in his inventory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he swapped it out for something like that Nullstone. Or, Homecoming Stone. Nullstone and Homecoming Stone. They're pretty much the opposites of the stone spectrum in terms of expensiveness. Price.
I wish Nullstones were 100 and something gold. 135 gold.
That'd be pretty good. Be like League of Legends.
God. Next topic.
Next topic. Major Totem been picked up by Aluna here, so she's going to be working on that tab of the command. It would be nice to hopefully push somebody out of the root before it goes off, or push somebody out of the Elemental Void. Of course, with the Shrunken Head that Tempest did just finish up, we will not be able to stop the Tempest Ultimate, but perhaps pushing somebody out of it.
Jersey bought another eye, give the Tempest. I like that. Tempest needs to work on a refresher now. I do believe that Empath is working on getting an Energizer. He has 2 Pretender's Crowns. I think that item is amazing, especially on Empath. I mean, you don't want to waste that slot on a carry. You don't want to waste that slot on...
Oh, Empath in some trouble here. Actually, they're going to turn it around. Red Power Throw goes out on a couple, but Wretched Hag does have to use her 10-second Shrunken Head will be able to get out of there. Empath using her ultimate as Kongor is now back up. And it looks like they're going to try to go for a kill on the big guy here. But like you said, the Energizer, very nice item to have, especially with that Moon Queen that already moves so fast. Empath in there gives additional movement speed with that speed boost. And I like that item. Power Throw goes out, does spot Conqueror. Will Legion try to engage here?
Yeah, I don't know if doing Conqueror is the smartest idea right now. Especially with the not much vision on the Legion team.
Yeah, the Legion, they kind of want to get in there, but you can see Nighthound skulking around trying to find something, but also very aware that they might have Rev Wards down. They have the Eye in their inventory. Both teams just posturing.
Baiting that Moon Queen? Did they not know Pebbles picked up a Hellflower?
I don't know. Portal Key goes in. Root catches 2 players right here. Cleansing Wind. They're going to turn it around on the Keeper of the Fourth. Tempest Elemental Void goes out. Catches 3. Moon Finale. Pebbles is going to go down. Monarch is soon to follow right there. Chrysalis is going to try to save her, but she and Aluna both go down. And Nighthound going to try to retreat, but he has no TP, and he's stuck in the middle of some trees.
I guess that's what you were talking about when you said 2B had a pretty nice Tempest. That's a much better Tempest ultimate.
Yeah, he got 3 right there. Very, very well.
I do feel bad for this tree. I mean, they have Monarch, because Monarch pretty much counters Tree, so Tree just goes into Pop's ulti. Hopefully they use, like they did that last fight, Hellflower, and waste everything on Tree. Hellflowering a Tree after he ults doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of a Hellflower.
At that point, you're just using it for the 20% additional damage.
Yeah, so iPel did what they wanted. They got them to use everything on the Tree after he ulted, and
yeah, it's not even about using everything on the tree. It's also about getting everybody to kind of group up. Everybody ran toward the tree after the ult was cleansed and grouped up perfectly for that Tempest ultimate. So it was very well planned.
They have what's it called? A token on Moon Queen, and I was gonna see if they're gonna throw that away in the next 2 minutes or not.
Yeah, we'll see if she just makes a mad dash from middle racks and tries to like throne it, dies, and then they all just back up.
Yeah.
iPel now up 7,000 gold and experience. Looking pretty good at this point in the game. Hag still is farming very well on the other side. 2,000 gold saved up. Might be working toward maybe something like a Hellflower, or what else could she go? Savage Mace?
Savage Mace. Yeah, she has to go carry items like Savage Mace into maybe Lifesteal or like a Shield Breaker.
Yeah.
Tree just picked up his Arcana and Sustainer, so he's gonna get a refresher in the next 400 gold.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty nice, decently early refresher here for Tree. Keeper of the Forest at 290 gold per minute. He's recovered pretty well from being dominated by Wretched Hag in that bottom lane.
Yeah, well, that goes back to getting almost all the outer towers as well, and 2 Kongors.
Yeah. That is true. They are just waiting on that defensive tower in the top, which is 1,600 out of 1,600. So not even a scratch on that thing. But they will be able to make their way up there at some point and try to knock that one down. Nighthound picks up an Abyssal Skull. So just grabbed that Hungry Spirit and finished that one off. What do you think about Abyssal Skull on the Nighthound? I mean, what do you think about his build in general?
I like the item. I think his build's okay, except for the Abyssal Skull. I would have finished off the No Fire Blade. I'm not a big fan of the Abyssal Skull versus them. I mean, I would have gone maybe what's it called? Firebrand. Maybe turned that into Frostbrand.
Frostbrand?
Whatever.
Frostburn?
Frostburn, sorry. But I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the Abyssal Skull. I mean, Nighthound needs the attack speed and the movement speed from the Firebrand.
Yeah.
The damage. Firebrand does so much. It gives him movement speed, gives him armor, gives him attack speed, and gives him more damage from his third ability.
Yep. I agree with you there. Firebrand is a fantastic item for that Nighthound. I'd love to see a Dawnbringer on Nighthound.
I don't think Dawnbringer is legal yet.
It's not, I know, but I'd love to see it still. I don't think it's going to be legal until after HoN Tour Season 1.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Neither is like a bunch of the like Solstice and
Yeah,
Pearl.
they're gonna. That's what I've been hearing. Is that they're gonna
man,
release.
I can't wait to see those heroes in the competitive play.
They're gonna release like 10 heroes and like 9 items at the same time at the at the end of HoN Tour Cycle 1 or Season 1. That's what I heard.
Oh boy.
So,
Yeah. I mean, have you played against Solstice in Pearl?
yo, Pearl is #1 mid-wars hero, okay? She really is. I hate that.
Mooqueen
hero
finished
mid-wars.
off a Geometer's Bane. I hope they push now. I mean, everyone has their ultimates on the Hellborn team. There's no real reason to just keep farming. You can just win the game right now.
They could possibly win the game. They're up 6,000 gold in experience, so they're kind of losing out on farm. Like, Mooqueen actually just kind of standing there. I don't think she was baiting.
Yeah, I don't know what she's trying to do. Okay, Nighthound's
actually-
going.
I'll tell you right now what she was trying to do. She was trying to lose the token for no reason whatsoever so that they could actually go in and start winning. They can only win when they've lost the token for no reason.
Yeah, look at. I mean, I don't know. I believe Nighthound's gonna go Basher. I don't know what it's called in this game, but Brutalizer.
Brutalizer.
Yeah, he's going Brutalizer because he picked up the Mighty Blade. I'm like, okay, he's not gonna go Frostbrand first item. I highly doubt that. So I'm assuming he's gonna go.
I like Basher a lot on Nighthound. As there's going to be a little bit of a base race scenario here. Wretched Hag not backing down. Middle lane, Legion team trying to get something happening here. Wretched Hag will back down eventually. She loses the game of chicken as Empath's going to hop into Moonqueen here. We'll see if the Legion team does go for an initiation. The fortification goes out. Moonqueen in the front lines, able to take down that tower. They got to go in before these racks do start dropping. They're getting too low. Wretched Hag goes in. The inner light is there. Perfect job there from Jeraziah. Cleansing Wind. Bat Blast goes out and hits 4 players. Elemental Void catching a couple right there. And they're going to be starting to drop. Pebbles dies. He buys back. Wretched Hag goes down. She's going to be able to buy back in just a second here. Nighthound in the thick of things. He's going to try to get some damage done. Nighthound going to drop as well as a Luna. Wretched Hag buys back. Sheepstick onto Moonqueen. The Stalagmites going out onto 2 of them right there. Pebbles trying to pound in the auto attacks. Hellflower out onto Empath. But there's no damage here from the Legion team. Illusory Veil. And Pebbles will fall to chuck back. Monarch activates the Chrysalis, which she falls once again. And it looks like DonD. They're going to take a fall here.
DoD lost top racks, used 3 buybacks, and went from a 7k disadvantage to a 15k gold disadvantage, and a 7k XP advantage to a 19k XP advantage.
And they didn't get any kills.
And they got no kills? Not even token?
Not even token.
When that was really well. Their positioning for iPel was amazing.
That Jeraziah protective charm.
Got the protective charm on the Pebbles combo on Moonqueen just in time.
That was so clutch. Wretched Hag in some trouble here. Glacial Blast going to be going out. Flash of Darkness. She does get stunned, and there she is. A couple more auto attacks and she might fall. They're going to try to turn it around on the Tempest, perhaps. And Porch does take a fall there on the Aluna. I can't even tell what's going on. The white snow is screwing me up so much.
I mean, the constant magic immunity between the Shrunken Head and the Repel, or the Protective Charm
Now,
on the Queen is...
Rax did go down here in the bottom lane for iPel. They do lose their bottom racks.
Yeah, that was actually surprising, but I think it was a double... Was it a double Ballista wave?
Yeah, it looked like it was a double Ballista. And Moonqueen, or Hag, before she TP'd out, had the tower at like 30% HP. But that shouldn't really be of too much consequence here for iPel. They were able to take down 2 racks. They lose the token. Yeah, token just expired. But double refreshers on Tempest and Tree.
Moonqueen has 6k gold pretty much. Jeraziah has 4.3.
Jeraziah in some trouble right here. Haunt goes out, and Jeraziah will take a fall. Pounce for 416 damage coming out from Nighthound as he does finish up a Frostbrand. You just don't like to believe that people like to go for Firebrand or Fire.
What is the point of going Frostbrand on a
Burns.
Nighthound? You already have the slow from the no fire blade. Why not just go the Firebrand, get more damage, more armor, more everything is just better? I don't understand the point of going. Like, you don't need the HP. You have a Shrunken Head.
Because he's really mad about Mana Burn not propagating to illusions.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Wait, does it propagate to illusions still, or did they take that away?
I think they took that away.
I think they did.
I don't remember. I think they did though.
It's gone back and forth like 17 times.
I have no comment for the Frostband
I don't know.
on the Nighthound.
Moon Queen right clicks a wing bow now, and I can guarantee that nobody's going to be picking up a Savage Mace in the near future here for the Legion team. Actually, I take that back. Wretched Hag probably will pick up a Savage Mace here in the very near future, but the near future might not be near enough as the Hellborn team starting to destroy the Legion base here. Legion gets a counter kill in the middle, so all outer towers are now destroyed, and Wretched Hag does TP back home to try to clean up this base, but they've lost a lot of huts.
Yeah, why is the Hellborn team playing so passive? They have double refresher both already. Both Trio and Tempest are up.
They're waiting for Kongor. Kongor's going to be up in a minute and a half.
They need Kongor and Bananas to win the game right now?
Lions strat.
Okay.
Just be happy they're not waiting for 2 bananas.
Oh god. Don't give them an idea.
That was like Complexity versus who did Complexity play yesterday first up? My Revenge, game 1. This hero kill score was 3-1 at like 40 minutes in.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong, I know it's a competitive game and you gotta go all out and play safe and stuff, but oh man.
Hag picked up a refresher, by the way.
What? Okay, now double sheep, double bat blast, double shrunken head. Is there merit for this refresher?
And Sonar Scream. I don't honestly I don't think so. I mean, the Shrunken Heads are on the important heroes for the Hellborn team. The Protective Charm is always on Moon Queen.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a good item at all. I think going for the more auto attack damage would have been better. Savage Mace, even Shield Breaker would have been better than
Well, she does get some auto attack damage here. She gets 48 damage and 10 attack speed from a Resto Stone. It's actually a lot more damage than I thought.
Yeah, but if she spends 200 more gold, she gets the Savage Mace.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a lot more damage than 42 and 10 attack speed.
Moon Queen picks up a token of life, and bananas do go to Jerazion. There we go. They were trying to hand him off, but they're about as good as handing off the bananas as Rams running offense. My team. My team. One of these days, they're going to get good again.
Back when they had, was it Marshall Falk and...
Marshall Falk and Kurt Warner and Oz Hakim and Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
Yep.
And they were the greatest show on turf. Mm-hmm. Oh, Pebbles Invis right here. Might go in. Wretched Hag goes out with the sheep on to Keeper of the Forest. Going to be able to use the second one as well. But the Elemental Void going to be able to catch 3 right there. And a lot of people going down. The second Elemental Void catching 3 as well. 4 players down for the Legion team. And a genocide in favor of the Hellborn. Wretched Hag got the good initiation. The Resto Stone off. GG well played's coming out. Keeping the Keeper of the Forest down is not enough. But there it is. DoND falls 0-2 to iPel. iPel is going to be your silver champions, taking home that $500, 500 HoN Tour points. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, iPel played it really well that game, so...
iPel did indeed play very well. Well, Lalond, that is going to do it for our silver coverage right now. We're going to be back in about an hour. That's going to be for the Gold League Losers Bracket Round of 4. We're going to go ahead and take a look at those matchups and see which one we might want to cast. But guys, that's going to be in 15 minutes from now, right here at twitch.tv/ComplexityHoN. Lalond, you going to be able to join me for that one?
Yeah, I'll probably be able to do that one, but that will probably be the last one for the day, for me.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a break while we get to waiting, essentially, for that one to get set up. Lalond, any shout-outs before we go to break?
Just a shout-out to Belle. She's awesome. She got me up again so I didn't oversleep. And it's pretty funny because she lets me know when it's like closer to 9 I'm laying in bed.
Just trying to update this scoreboard here. There we go. So, guys, we are going to go to break. We'll be back in about 50 minutes, maybe a little bit more, because the teams do have that leeway a little bit. But make sure to stay tuned here to twitch.tv/ComplexityHoN. We'll keep you updated. Make sure to follow me at BeefPotPie on Twitter, where you can get updates as well. And, of course, a huge shout-out to S2 Games for allowing HoN Tour to happen, allowing us to cast HoN Tour. And a big shout-out to MilkFat in specific for being my go-to guy to get the help here. No, he's a friend of yours and mine. And a huge shout out to Complexity Gaming for allowing us to have coLcast happening as well. You can check them out at complexitygaming.com, where HoN Tour is on the front page, facebook.com/complexitygaming, and Twitter at ComplexityLive. And Lalond, you have a Facebook as well, right?
Yeah, it's facebook.com/LaLondHoN.
There you go. For all of your Lalond HoN needs, check Lalond over there at Facebook. Guys, thanks for watching. This has been Beef and Lalond bringing you the silver finals. One more big congratulations to Isot Pelit for their win here. They're going to be your silver champions. Check them and DoberOnDamp out in the gold division next cycle. That's going to be starting on January the 5th. Guys, we'll be back in about 50 minutes with more HoN Tour action. Gold League lower round of 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back then.